Welcome to tonight's top news stories from around the world. You are watching Millennium News Hour and I am Tanziba Nouri. Let's get started with the headlines making waves right now. Trump threatens FEMA shutdown after North Carolina visit. Trump administration launches historic deportation operation, arrests hundreds. Trump tightens immigration rules, targets migrants with legal entry status. Trump surprised by GOP senators opposing Pete Hexet's nomination. Trump administration tested new email system for federal workers. Mayor Adams enhances non-profit partnerships with new executive order. Governor Hochul expands the Suffolk Crime Analysis Center to enhance public safety. Ontario Premier Doug Ford calls early election to protect Canada from Trump's tariff threat. WHO faces financial challenges as US withdrawal looms. Storm Eowyn hits Ireland and UK with record winds, leaving 1 million without power. Djokovic pulls out of Australian Open, Zverev reaches first final. And Vinicius wants to make history at Real Madrid, says Ancelotti. You were listening to Headlines Now News in detail. President Donald Trump said that he might issue an executive order to reform or eliminate the Federal Emergency Management Agency FEMA during a visit to hurricane-hit areas in western North Carolina. Trump criticized FEMA's disaster response, calling it not good and a disaster. Speaking in Asheville, Trump suggested FEMA was ineffective in handling emergencies and proposed giving state governors more control over disaster response. I think we are going to recommend that FEMA go away, he told reporters. His visit came after Hurricane Helene struck Buncombe County 4 months ago, causing significant damage. The hurricane claimed 42 lives and local losses were estimated to exceed $50 billion. Trump met with families affected by the disaster and received updates on recovery efforts. FEMA, which has a budget of tens of billions of dollars and over 20,000 employees, would require congressional approval for any major changes or closure. The Trump administration arrested hundreds of migrants in the United States on Thursday, marking the start of the long-promised mass deportation operation. White House Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt confirmed that 538 criminal immigrants were arrested and many were deported by military aircraft. Trump described the operation as the largest massive deportation operation in history. Simultaneously, a federal judge blocked Trump's executive order to restrict birthright citizenship, calling it unconstitutional. The ruling came after 4 Democratic-led states challenged the order in court. Trump also declassified documents related to the assassinations of President John F. Kennedy, his brother Robert F. Kennedy, and civil rights leader Martin Luther King Jr. Additionally, Trump signed pardons for 23 anti-abortion protesters involved in blocking a clinic in 2020. In another significant move, Trump signed an executive order banning the creation of a central bank digital currency, citing potential risks to privacy and financial stability. The Trump administration has given immigration authorities the power to revoke legal status for migrants allowed into the U.S. under Biden-era programs. Acting Homeland Security Secretary Benjamin Huffman issued a directive to Immigration and Customs Enforcement and other agencies, enabling them to deport around 1.5 million migrants. These migrants entered legally through Biden programs such as the CBP One app and humanitarian parole, which provided temporary work permits. The Trump administration argued these programs were unlawful and immediately shut down the CBP One app after taking office. The new policy includes an expanded, expedited removal process, allowing nationwide deportations without court hearings for those unable to prove they have lived in the U.S. for over 2 years. Migrants under Biden's parole programs are also at risk, as their legal status may be revoked under the new rules. Pro-immigrant groups have already challenged these policies in court, calling them unfair. The Trump administration has stated that changes are necessary for stricter immigration control, but the future of these policies remains uncertain as legal battles continue. Critics warn this could harm families and communities across the U.S. President Donald Trump said he was surprised that Republican Senators Lisa Murkowski and Susan Collins planned to vote against Pete Hegseth's nomination for Defense Secretary. Trump expressed this during a press briefing and also hinted that Senator Mitch McConnell might vote no, although McConnell has not confirmed his stance. Hegseth, a former Fox News host and combat veteran, faced challenges in his confirmation due to allegations of misconduct, including drinking on the job, infidelity, and a past sexual assault claim. He denied these allegations, stating the encounter was consensual and vowing to quit drinking if confirmed. Concerns were also raised about his lack of experience managing large organizations and alleged financial mismanagement of veterans groups. Senate Democrats strongly opposed him, and some Republicans expressed reservations. If 4 or more Republicans vote no, Hegseth will not be confirmed. Trump's administration expects the final vote to be decisive for Hegseth's future. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feed. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. The Trump administration recently tested a new system allowing officials to email all federal employees at once. The Office of Personnel Management sent test messages to millions of federal workers across various departments. This system aims to improve communication but caused confusion as some employees thought the emails were spam or phishing attempts. A Justice Department official later clarified that the emails were legitimate and instructed employees to report other suspicious emails if necessary. However, some workers criticized the system, comparing it to a mandatory federal group chat. This effort is part of the administration's plan to modernize government operations. The initiative is led by Elon Musk, who heads the new Department of Government Efficiency. Musk's team is expected to bring expertise in engineering and cost-saving measures to government systems. Federal workers were also required to respond with yes to confirm receipt of the email. Some employees felt uneasy about this step, with one describing it as something out of 1984. Officials have not shared details about future uses of this system, but more updates are expected in the coming weeks. New York City Mayor Eric Adams issued Executive Order 47 requiring city agencies that work closely with nonprofits to designate a chief nonprofit officer. This officer will report to the Mayor's Office of Nonprofit Services and the Mayor's Office of Contract Services to streamline services, improve communication, and ensure timely payments. Mayor Adams emphasized that the order would help nonprofits receive faster support for their critical work. The chief nonprofit officers will be responsible for coordinating with MONS and MOCs, responding promptly to nonprofit inquiries, and helping navigate city processes. This move builds on efforts like the Payment Backlog Initiative, which reduced payment processing time by 90%. This initiative aligns with Mayor Adams' broader commitment to strengthening partnerships with the nonprofit sector, supporting over 80,000 human services workers and improving the efficiency of city contracts. The goal is to enhance service delivery and ensure nonprofits can focus on serving New Yorkers. Governor Kathy Hochul recently announced the expansion of the Suffolk Crime Analysis Center, with New York State investing nearly $1 million to triple the center's size and double the staff. This expansion aims to enhance local law enforcement's ability to analyze crime data, share intelligence, and improve coordination among various agencies. The center, which was established in 2019, now spans 5,000 square feet and can accommodate 45 staff members. The investment in this center follows a record reduction in shooting incidents on Long Island, with only 44 shooting injuries reported last year. Preliminary 2024 data showed a 7% decline in overall crime on Long Island compared to the previous year. The expansion will further strengthen crime prevention efforts and improve investigative capabilities across the region. Governor Hochul's continued support for crime analysis initiatives is part of broader efforts to keep New Yorkers safe through advanced technology and improved law enforcement collaboration. Now it's time for global updates. Ontario Premier Doug Ford announced plans for a snap election to tackle the looming threat of tariffs from US President Donald Trump. Ford said the election, scheduled for February 27, would secure a strong mandate to protect Ontario's economy from a potential 25% tariff on Canadian imports set to take effect on February 1st. Ford criticized federal leadership after Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's recent resignation, claiming Ontario needs bold action. He warned that the tariffs would hurt families, businesses, and the province's $1.1 trillion economy. Ford's progressive conservatives, aiming for a third majority government, face backlash over controversies, including a criminal investigation into a Greenbelt land swap. Opposition leaders accused Ford of using the election to distract from scandals. Liberal leader Bonnie Crombie called Ford's decision reckless, while the New Democratic Party linked it to corruption allegations. Despite criticism, Ford remains confident in his economy strategy, which includes retaliatory measures like cutting power to the US if necessary. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feed. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. You are watching latest global updates. The World Health Organization said it was reviewing its priorities after the United States announced its withdrawal, which would impact the organization's financial stability. President Trump signed an executive order for the U.S. to leave the WHO, criticizing its handling of the COVID-19 pandemic. WHO's chief Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus expressed regret over the decision, urging the new U.S. administration to reconsider. In response, WHO officials emphasized that the organization plays a vital role in protecting the U.S. from global health threats. They highlighted the potential risks such as the current bird flu outbreak and stressed the importance of a coordinated global health effort. As a result, WHO has started freezing recruitment and cutting back on travel expenditures. While U.S. funding will continue for a year, the agency has to prioritize key activities due to the funding gap. Experts warned that this withdrawal could weaken the global response to future health crises. Storm Eowyn brought record winds to Ireland, Northern Ireland, and parts of the UK on Friday, with gusts reaching up to 114 mph in County Galway, Ireland. The storm left over 1 million people without power across Ireland and Northern Ireland. More than 230 flights were cancelled at Dublin Airport, and public transport was suspended in Ireland. The storm, which developed into a bomb cyclone, caused significant disruptions in Scotland and Northern Ireland. Authorities issued red weather warnings for parts of Northern Ireland and Scotland, with gusts over 90 mph recorded. Many roads were blocked by fallen trees and public transport was severely impacted. As of now, authorities continue to assess the damage and more power outages are expected. The public is urged to stay indoors and follow weather updates as cleanup efforts begin. Storm Eowyn is expected to cause continued disruptions for several days. Let's have a look on today's sports stories. Novak Djokovic returned injured after losing the first set 7-6 against Alexander Zverev, sending the German into his first Australian Open final. Zverev will face the winner of the Jannik Sinner versus Ben Shelton match in the final, aiming for his first Grand Slam title. Djokovic's quest for a 25th major title continues a year after his semi-final loss to Sinner in Melbourne. Ahead of the match, doubts about Djokovic's fitness emerged as he appeared with a strapped left thigh. He struggled late in the set, moving slowly and expressing frustration. After losing the set, Djokovic informed Zverev he couldn't continue, shaking hands and leaving to boos from the crowd. Zverev addressed the crowd asking for respect, noting Djokovic's past victories despite injuries. The German also urged fans to understand that players' health should be considered when such retirements happen. Carlo Ancelotti, Real Madrid's coach, addressed rumors about Vinicius Junior's future, confirming that the Brazilian forward is committed to staying with the club. Reports had suggested that Vinicius, 24 years old, received a huge offer from a Saudi Arabian club, but Ancelotti said the player is very happy at Madrid and wants to make history with the team. Ancelotti, speaking ahead of Madrid's La Liga match against Valladolid, stated Vinicius is a happy player who wants to continue making history. Despite the rumors, he emphasized that the player's focus remains on Madrid. Vinicius will miss the match due to a two-match suspension, but Ancelotti isn't concerned. The break will help him recover and work calmly, he added. Ancelotti also mentioned he wasn't bothered by questions regarding Vinicius' future, admitting he had reflected on his emotions in recent press conferences. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feast. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Now it's time for business news. Today's New York stock close price is 19,978.78. The NYSE Composite is increased by 151.16 points or 0.76%. Tokyo stock close price is 39,931.98. The Nikkei 225 index is decreased by 26.89 points or 0.07%. Shanghai stock close price is 3,252.63. The Shanghai index is increased by 22.46 points or 0.70%. Hong Kong stock close price is 20,066.19. The Hang Seng Index is increased by 365.63 points or 1.86%. Bombay stock close price is 76,190.46. The Sensex Index is decreased by 329.92 points or 0.43%. Let's have a look on today's weather forecast. Before finishing today's news, let's hear out the headlines again. Trump threatens FEMA shutdown after North Carolina visit. Trump administration launches historic deportation operation, arrests hundreds. Trump tightens immigration rules, targets migrants with legal entry status. Trump surprised by GOP senators opposing Pete Hexet's nomination. Trump administration tested new email system for federal workers. Mayor Adams enhances non-profit partnerships with new executive order. Governor Hochul expands the Suffolk Crime Analysis Center to enhance public safety. Ontario Premier Doug Ford calls early election to protect Canada from Trump's tariff threat. WHO faces financial challenges as US withdrawal looms. Storm Eowyn hits Ireland and UK with record winds, leaving 1 million without power. Djokovic pulls out of Australian Open, Zverev reaches first final. And Vinicius wants to make history at Real Madrid, says Ancelotti. That's all for today. Keep watching Millennium News Hour for latest news update. To stay updated, like our Facebook page, subscribe our YouTube channel and visit our websites. Our website addresses are www.millenniumnews24.com and www.millenniumtv24.com. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for all smart TVs and Roku TV, Amazon TV, Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia, available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with us for all the latest news worldwide. Thank you.